Everybody, hey everybody! It's been a while since I posted a video. I decided on this repair on my Camry that I would post another video. Gave me an opportunity. I got a little bit of time. So what happened was I heard started hearing a little bit of an exhaust leak. So I'm a mechanic, drive it every day, and it was very faint. I'm like, hey, something doesn't sound right. Like I said, it was very quiet. I could have ignored it, let it get worse. I decided not to, for the simple fact that I work a lot and I'm super busy. And if it broke on me in the middle of the week, I would have zero time to repair it. So I'm like, I'm just going to jump the gun, figure out what it is before it snaps going down the road. Because I travel several miles on dirt road, and it really pounds my car up with all the potholes, rocks hitting the exhaust and everywhere, every crevice. Yes, I said crevice. So basically what I did here is I located the leak. It was in fact a flex pipe. Now some people may be looking at this video because they don't know what a flex pipe is. They've been at a shop and they were told you need to replace your flex pipe, and you don't know what it is. And a lot of times, in fact, it's connected to the catalytic converter. And usually your estimate is super expensive, and you're like, frick that, I'm not spending whatever, $600 on a cat, $800 on the catalytic converter with the flex pipe, and then the labor, you're talking $800-900, blah, blah, blah. So I'm showing you this video for this reason. And don't judge me on my welds. I'm not a master welder. But I can make stuff connect and look decent and stick together and not leak. So basically here it is. When anybody tells you that you need a flex pipe, that's what it is. It's that flex joint, and it doesn't bend in like a 90. It flexes very little. It takes a lot of flex out of the exhaust. So when your exhaust may be moving down the road or vibrating, or when your engine's rotating slightly, now it's very slight, it rotates. So kind of absorbs a lot of movement along with spring bolt kits, but we won't get into that. That'll help as well. So this, my pipe here, I RTV'd the snot out of it because I don't have a gasket. So that's connected to the cat on my manifold, my exhaust manifold. I actually changed the motor in this Camry, so this came right out no problem. So what I did here was I cut out the old flex pipe and installed this one. Now I'm showing this video because some people may not be given this option. Some shops just may say, nope, you've got to change that whole pipe. They may tell you you have to because your exhaust is, your other pipe, they can't weld it in because it's really rotted and it's not going to weld well. It's true. It's probably not going to. And depending on the technician, they may have more patience to work with it. Exhausts get rusty. It is what it is. When you try to weld to them, it eats the pipe away when you're trying to weld. So, you know, you might have to kind of bump it, I call it. You know, just tack it, keep zapping it, and it builds up weld, and eventually you cover the hole. Now, I'm not saying cob it together, but I'm showing you an option. It can be done, and it can be fixed. So my pipe at the parts store, of course, I get a discount than your average folks with a retail. I think this pipe at Advanced Auto Parts, which I don't normally shop at, but it's the weekend, and it was 5 o'clock. They had this pipe here, which was not an exact fit. I actually trimmed it down, and it wasn't the right size, but I welded it in there anyways because I was out of options to get it done this weekend. So I made it work. So this pipe here was it was like $28. I think I paid $31 with filter in this flex pipe. And it's taken me probably 45 minutes to fix it with taking the pipe out. I had 102 sensor. I just unplugged it, left it in. I hope that I didn't get the exhaust too hot welding right close to that O2. We'll find out. And like I said, some of you folks might know that those bolts typically are super rusty, don't come out well. They can be fixed. These were super rusty. They've already been changed. I already changed them when I did the motor. So I'm going to brace my flashlight here, and this is my old flex pipe. So you can see there's a size difference, but that's okay. Not going to affect it any, but this is the old one. And usually where it breaks is under this like mesh looking stuff. There's a pipe in there, and it cracks inside of there. And a lot of times you can't see it unless this starts to peel away, which it will do. Actually, looking at my exhaust, it may have taken a little bit of a shot. You can see it there on that dirt road. Who knows? I may have. But I'll show you a shot on the inside. Sort of. I'm trying to change my oil at the same time here. But that's your flex pipe. And I trimmed it so it would go, you know, the new one would go in well, excuse me. My cuts were terrible cutting this out. I usually cut the exhaust with the Sawzall. I had just had a cutoff tool. I'm at my part-time job here fixing this for ease. And I cut the exhaust all sorts of goofy. Trying to cut it with a whizzer wheel and a 3-inch cutoff wheel. But, you know, I just lined it up, held it, and just welded the gaps. And it won't leak. And I just used red RTV here. That's a good idea to do on an older exhaust because it's all pitted. It helps it seal. This is high temp RTV. It's not your just run-of-the-mill RTV, so you got to use high temp. It's usually orange. I'm sure they make it in different colors, but I always ask for the orange. It's good to let this dry a little bit. I'm just going to scrape off a little bit that overflowed here, or squished out, rather. So that's it. I hope this is helpful to people that may not know what it was and need to know, or just want to know what's being repaired on their vehicle. All right, everybody. Hope you enjoyed.